Hi, welcome back here to my workshop. It's been a while since I've uploaded a video, and I thought today when I came from the office, right, let's do a quick video. So for those of you who doesn't know me, I'm Francois de Tooy. So today's video will be about a small trimming saw. So I've been looking for a trim saw for a while now, but most of the hardware stores are sold out, and the stuff that I could get is made of Chinesium, and I'm really not into that. Actually, my old flush trim saw is hanging here on the wall. It's a small back saw, but the tooth is really rough, and I don't get a good finish with the saw. I've been using it for a long time, but the problem with this is as soon as I get a dowel stick that's a little bit on the softer side, there's a lot of tear out, and sometimes I have to redo a few dowels. Normally I use the dowels to cover the heads of screws if you have a nice workpiece and you've used the screws a little bit cheating, not doing proper mortise and tenon joints or things like that. When you use screws to put a piece of furniture or whatever you're building together, it's always nice to cover the head of the screw with a small dowel. And then I used to cut it flush with this small saw. But I've ordered a blade. It arrived today. It was actually much cheaper as well as buying a complete flush trim saw. So the blade looks like this. It's about I would say 150 millimeters long. It's got one rough cut side and one fine side, and I must tell you, these tooth are exceptionally sharp. I think the saw will do cutting quite well. It's also cutting in the pull direction. It's like a traditional Japanese pull saw. So in the back direction, it's not biting. If you try to move your finger forward, these are as sharp as needles. So yeah, I could find this for just over $100 online, and I ordered it from, I think the website was from Banggood. So it's also, the blade is from Japan. So yeah, I thought let me order the blade, and then I can just make a quick handle for it. It can't be that difficult, and I will have something special as well. So yeah, let's get on with that. The wood that I have in mind to use for the blade, I have a small piece of Tamboti offcut. So I think more or less in this area, I'm just going to cut a small square piece out for me, and I'm going to build a handle for that. Perhaps something to keep in mind when you are building a handle for a saw. You can use any piece of wood, but if you have something that's square and you can just round over the sides, you always have a flat surface that you can reference on whether you are cutting straight or with a round thing. It's very difficult to orientate your blade that you are always a level or perpendicular or whatever the case might be. I don't think it matters a lot in a flush trim saw, but yeah, I'm going to build a square type handle, and I'm just going to round over the edges of the handle. And like I said, I'm going to use this piece of Tamboti. So first of all, I'm going to go to the bandsaw. I'm just going to cut one side flush. I'm going to put it on my planer quickly, and let's take it from there. So I just want to draw myself a reference line here for the bandsaw. I think perhaps something like that. So it's planed flat now on one side, And you see there's this big knot that's running through the piece of wood. So there's also some cracks that runs in here, so perhaps I'm gonna cut it off here and from there on. So let's measure it out like that, more or less. So I have that wood cut. I must decide now on which piece I'm going to use. So this one has got a little bit of white of the sapwood in between the brown. And this one is about half of it is brown, half of it is white. I think I'm going to go with this one. So that can also give me a direction. I know the dark side is perhaps the fine teeth, and the white side will be the coarse teeth, something like that. But yeah, I think I'm going to go with this. It came out very nicely. So I'm just going to put some 45s on the side. Then I need to cut the groove in here for the blade. And I think I'm actually going to use the blade to cut that groove in. So the next thing I want to do is I want to cut the groove where the blade is going to slide in. So for that I'm going to use the blade to cut that groove in. And I just took a piece of off-cut dowel that I have, and I took my bandsaw and cut a slot in it, so the blade is going to slide in like this. I just want to drill a hole here to put the screw on, and then let's try to cut that groove. So I've just made it a little bit thinner on the side, so my screw is a little bit short. So let's cut the groove in. Just want to make a mark here in the center. Something like that. So I'm just going to use that other piece of offcut for a guide to keep the blade upright. So the blade goes in nice and tight. So I'm just going to mark it where we need to drill the hole. So I forgot about something. I actually wanted to countersink these two holes so that that screws is not that much exposed. And it would have been a lot easier to do that before I've drilled the hole. So now the drill cannot guide. But I have a trick up my sleeve. I'm going to try to realign it quickly in the drill press. And if it doesn't work, I still have the other block that I've cut. Then I must use that handle. So let's try on the drill press to align this again with the drill press and then put the countersink in and see if that works. So to realign the workpiece, what I'm going to do is just clean off the table. I'm going to put the drill bit inside the workpiece. Then I'm going to slide my fence so that my workpiece is aligned with the fence. I'm going to tighten the fence down, put the drill bit back. Then I'm going to use my fence stop, lightly push it against the head. Right, so now it's more or less aligned. So I think it came out alright. It will work like this. I still have a little bit of meat on the inside. Let's hope it doesn't break out. So I'm now just going to put the chamfer on the sides. I'm going to use my router for that. So I'm just drilling a hole here to attach a string. Put a small countersink on. So I want to cut a small leather strap. So I have this piece of vegetable tan leather so that we can hang it up. I think it will put a nice finishing touch on it. Something like that. So I'm going to do the final assembly. I actually forgot to press record when I put my maker's mark on, but that's not the end of the world. So I just want to cut the screw a little bit shorter. I'm going to put my metal working vise in. So I'm going to assemble it, and then I'm going to give it some Danish oil. So I've finished the blade with some, the handle with some Danish oil. It came out quite nice. I like the way it looks. It looks much better than the ones that you buy in the shop with plastic handles or things like that. So yeah, this is a tool that I will use for many years to come. So to finish it off, I just want to put a small leather bracing on it to hang it up. So I'm going to put that in there. Got some red wax strings, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to show you how you thread it through the needle. Then you take your needle, you push it through the thread a few times. Like that. And then you pull it over the string. And then you stitch it with 2 needles. Then attach it here in my stitching pony. Right. Got it off. Then I just take a lighter, burn the top, and let's just cut it over an angle. Perfect. So I'm just going to add a final coat of Danish oil. I'm going to put it on the leather as well. Will do no harm. So let's test the saw. I've got a 8mm dowel that I've cut. This is a piece of maple. So let's take the dowel. Put the dowel in and let's trim it. This works exceptionally well. It is already very smooth. Very little sanding. Even with this sanding block, it is as smooth as a baby's bum. Let me show you one more close-up that you can see how it cuts. So let's do another one next door. Take the dowel. Take the saw. Cuts like a warm knife through butter. Very smooth, Very little sanding left to do. And that's it. This is perfect. Yeah, so this video has come to an end. I'm really pleased by the way the saw came out. It's really sharp. You've seen those nose to dowels that I've inserted there. I'm really impressed with that. I actually couldn't believe I've waited so long before I got myself a saw like this. I've seen hundreds of videos on YouTube with people using these flash trim saws. The blade is also very flexible, so if you are in a tight corner, you will be able to still be able to cut. And I'm really pleased by the way it came out. I think this is a tool that I will use for many years to come. And what else is there? Yeah, so I'm working on some content for a next video on some cutting board as well. So I will talk a little bit more about the construction of my cutting boards, how I choose my lumber, how I do assemble my cutting boards, which kind of cut do I prefer, a plain sawn or quarter sawn wood. There's different preferences in the wood. I think that will be an interesting video as well. I'm busy with a big batch of cutting boards that I'm almost finished with. You will see some footage of that as well. So yeah, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, it was a quick afternoon project. Took me I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes to do. I've waited for the Danish oil. I left it about 15 minutes to dry. So this is a tool that you will definitely see on more videos. I will be using it almost on every project in the future, I think. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there. God bless. Bye-bye.